Hi, my name is Joe Miller, and I'm going over my gear list and how you want to dress for a Dall sheep hunt in Alaska. This is what we'd be wearing when we're Dall sheep hunting. On the outside, we're Gore-Tex, top and bottom. This is my insulation layer. I have both tops and bottoms. It's made from Primaloft. It's a synthetic insulation, and that's what I recommend. This is how I normally hunt. I wear something on my head that's light to keep the wind off my ears. I wear a light insulated middleweight. Sometimes it's a long sleeve, sometimes it's a vest. I have a wicking layer on my arms, and right now I'm wearing actual rainproof bottoms. They're Gore-Tex with a lightweight insulated long underwear underneath. When I'm walking and it's hot, I actually open the zipper to let some of the heat out, and when I want to stay warm, I close the zipper to keep the heat in. The pants I'm wearing right now are water resistant. They're not waterproof. I'd be wearing them day to day as I was hunting for Dall sheep if it wasn't raining. If they do get wet, they will dry quick. I'm wearing a wicking base layer. Right here is my merino wool top and a merino wool bottom that's underneath my pants. And this is what I'm going to wear all the time underneath any layer that I wear. This is Kevin Sloan with Sitka Gear, and he's wearing the equipment that I would need for brown bear hunting in an area that was very cold and wet. He's fully waterproof. He has Sims waders on, so he can sit in any terrain if it's wet or dry. If we had to stalk a bear through wet terrain, he'd be waterproof all the way to his waist, and his waders actually will increase all the way to the chest if he needs to, if we need to cross any rivers. He's wearing a wind and waterproof Gore-Tex top with multiple layers of insulation from Primaloft all the way to the base layer, which is merino wool. This is Kevin's second layer. It's a Primaloft layer. This is a long sleeve jacket, Primaloft jacket. Underneath this, he has a lighter weight layer that has a hoodie that when sitting in the wind or waiting for a bear to come out, he can zip up and retain as much heat as possible. While bear hunting, if I'm not wearing my Gore-Tex Sims waders, I'll be wearing these cold front Gore-Tex pants that are going to keep me dry and warm. Underneath it, I could have Primaloft pants or merino wool or both. These are the G3 convertible Sims waders. The top portion unzips from the waist belt to change from a waist-high wader to a full wader. It's very important when picking a wading boot for your system that it's a good quality boot that has lots of support. It lets water in and out of the boot, as you can see with these holes right here on the side of this boot. This boot is a G4 Sims guiding wade boot. You can also take a normal pair of hiking boots and you can melt holes through the sole of your boot with a hot nail or drill holes in it to let water in and out. There are a few other brands of wading boots that give you the same support and non-slip sole as these G4 Sims. This is what I personally use and what I recommend. Gloves are a very important part of your gear when getting ready for Alaska. If you're on a lightweight sheep hunt, it may be something just like these made by Sitka Gear. They're light, they're weatherproof, they're water resistant, they're going to keep your hands out of the wind, and when you're sitting on top of a mountain waiting for a sheep to come around a rock, it may just break the edge for you. If you need something a little warmer, these here are Gore-Tex. They're actually waterproof. They have a liner that you can take out and use the liner by themselves, or you can use the shell by themselves. You might want to use these on a brown bear hunt or a moose hunt. And then if you're one of those people that gets cold hands all the time, you might actually invest in a shell. These are actually made by OR. These would go over the top of these other gloves, so I'll show you now. Completely waterproof, about as warm as you can get. These are glacier gloves. They're neoprene. They'll even keep your hands warm when they're in the water. On my list, you're going to notice that there's a hat. You're going to need a hat on any hunt that you go on. You're probably going to need a ball cap of some sort to keep the sun out of your eyes, but you're going to need some sort of insulation. Sitka Gear makes two beanies. This is a lightweight poly beanie. You can put it over the top of your ball cap. Adds a little insulation. It's going to keep the wind out of your ears. If you need something a little bit more, this one right here actually has more insulation, and it is wind stopper. They're both small, very compressible. You can put them right into your pocket. You can always have them with you, either hat. If you need something to keep the sun off of your neck or the rain off of your neck, OR makes a hat. Gives you a little insulation, keeps the sun out of your eyes. It can keep the rain off your shoulders. If you're somebody that gets cold easily, you might want to invest in something warmer, or you can double up on these beanies.
Hi, I'm Kevin Sloan with Sitka Gear. I want to talk to you about our layering system for hunting. Everything we do in our system starts with a wicking base layer. So next to skin, this is really important. This is your foundation. This is what's going to keep moisture off your skin. It's going to keep you warm. We look at this in two different ways. We have a poly-based base layer. So this is your most efficient material for wicking moisture away from your skin. It's going to move moisture off your skin faster than any other material out there. We also have merino wool. Merino wool, again, this is about wicking. It's about moisture management. It's not about a thick wool, warm base layer. One of the really nice things for backcountry hunts like what we're talking about here, sheep hunting, is merino wool is antimicrobial by nature, and you don't have scent issues. So you can wear these day after day after day and not run into the scent issues that you run into with poly. After our foundation, so now we're moving that moisture away from the skin, we need to add a little insulation to the system. Traverse shirt is the piece that we tend to go to. This is a go-to piece in pretty much any system you build. This foundation, whether you're hunting elk in New Mexico or hunting sheep in Alaska, really the same foundation applies no matter what. We'll change the system after that to adapt to exactly what your needs are. So Traverse is going to add some insulation into the system. It's got some loft to it, so think of this as an insulated shirt. After that, now we're moving into our true insulation, and to insulate we need to have loft into the system. Insulation is really about trapping air. So we do that with a series called Kelvin. Have a couple different versions. We have Kelvin Light, which is a real lightweight synthetic. It's a material called Primaloft, very efficient insulator. This jacket weighs less than a pound, very, very compressible, but as you can see, once it lofts up, it's going to add a lot of warmth to your system. If you're in very cold conditions, we also do Kelvin, which is going to be a lot heavier fill, about twice the fill weight. Do this in pants, jackets, and vests. All these are a must-have system, pieces to your system for the sheep hunting. After that, we need our exterior protection. We need protection from the wind, we need protection from the rain, and that's where we move to hard shell. So this is our Gore-Tex waterproof pieces here. So we're waterproof, we're breathable, and this is going to be windproof as well. So when you're sitting on a ridge glassing, that kind of thing, in heavy wind, which really wants to suck that heat off of your body, this is going to protect you in those environments.